Saturday night, and we are back with another Football Manager stream on a late night Saturday. Here is my fun. We are cracking back on with Hertha Berlin. You may remember last time we left off, we won some trophies. We won the German Cup, smashing Bayern Munich in the final. And we came back from behind to beat Lazio in the Europa Conference League final as well. We finished second in the league on the stream before that, so we are having we've turned things around from where they were first up. We didn't have the greatest start to last season, so let's hope this season we have a much better beginning, and actually put ourselves in with a chance of getting close to Bayern. Not necessarily expecting to win the league, but it would be nice to be just within touching distance of them this time around. So let's get in and have a look at where we are so far. So 12th of July, first friendly, I think is in a couple of days, against Juventus. But let's have a look at the transfer history. So we made a few signings so far. We've made 4 signings. 2 of them were loan signings. We've turned permanent. Michaelis Chrysostomou and Karim Adeyemi, both joining us for a combined £54 million, which I think is very good business, particularly with Adeyemi. We brought in Jay Lethan from Burnley for £23.5 million. We activated his release clause. And he was a player we'd been looking at with Rangers, but simply did not have the money to splash out on his release clause. But since we come to Hertha, we've got money. And then we brought in João Neves for £8 million, which is an absolute steal, if you ask me. He had also a release clause, I think it was relegation release clause there, which we activated and brought him in, and he really strengthens that midfield and gives us a bit of depth in defensive midfield. So very happy with the business we've got. He can also play actually in an attacking midfield role as well, so he fits in a number of places in our squad. On the way out, we had really only one worth mentioning is Axel Disasi, who left on a free. Dominic Solanke has also disappeared, and sadly Pablo Ramos, Bayern Munich activated his release clause, and he's one that I would have liked to have kept hold of. I think he had plenty of potential, but it wasn't to be. We still have, where are you? Jonas Hildebrandt, who has professed that he wants to leave the club because, in his words, he wants a new challenge, basically. He knows he's not good enough for this squad anymore, or at least he's not good enough to be a leading light in the squad anymore. And now with Jay Lethan and Thomas Burkholt in the squad, he's not really going to get much of a look in. He's going to play well behind all of them. So he wants to move on, and I'm happy for him to go. I think we've agreed something like a £46 million transfer value. I'm happy with that. If someone wants to give me £46 million for him, we'll let him go. And we reinvest that potentially in a new left back. So we've got Georgie Cohane, who, while being a very good player, has been a bit error prone in his first season with us, but he's still young and developing. And then we've got Kevin Akerley, who's only 19, and then beyond that, we've not really got much in the way of players who can play that left back position. So that might be something we strengthen. Alternatively, we could look at right back, where we've got Connor Bradley, who's done pretty well in his first season with us, but behind him we've only really got Masip Bozkurt, and getting rid of Disasi reduces our strength in depth there. And similarly, where we have lost Disasi, we've lost a centre back as well, so we're kind of down to 3 there, and might want to add someone who's fairly versatile across the back line. It's not going to happen that suddenly the entire fan base is going to say, do you know what, actually, we're not going to go. Of course that's not going to happen. That's nonsense. Smaller clubs, yes, I think we've got more power to affect the club through boycotts like that. But a big club like that, not a chance. Oh, that's not good. Oh dear, dear, dear. Bit of a rating. Oh, Carney at centre-back might not be the one. It was a Carney who made that pass, wasn't it? And Cristiano really was the one. Okay, let's not blame Carney. It was Cristiano who just decided not to go for the ball. Because let's say they sell up and you get Sheikh Jassim. Well, now you're out a season ticket, and we've done it. We've given them a second goal. This is absolutely monstrous that they actually played it. I think at smaller clubs, Chief, for example, if Gillingham fans were to boycott, and there was something of a boycott over the years, a number of season ticket holders did not come back to the club, and it hurt the club. It did hit us in the pocket. Could potentially even be part of the reason why Scally eventually did sell up. No, exactly that. These smaller clubs, I mean, we don't sell out the stadium. I think we sold it out twice last season, and we're talking, 11,000. I mean, 10.5 really. Save going pretty well. We started, so I'm gonna let me do my exclamation marks save in the chat so you can see how it's gone so far. But we started unemployed. No coaching badges, no reputation whatsoever, and we ended up here at Hertha, buying and lifting some sort of pointless pre-season trophy here. So we'll move on. But we're gone with a slightly weakened squad here. Well, weakened first team, but should be enough to see off Ingolstadt. T. Jordan, thank you very much for the follow. And for those of you not already there, I do have a YouTube channel that you can find in the About page, where I do, like I say, I put the highlights of the streams, and they cut it down as much as I can, pretty much just to the goals and results of each match. So if you want to catch up and see how we've ended up at the stage we're at, feel free to pop over there and have a look. And I think Jay Lethan's about to get himself sent off in 90 seconds. Bonza, right, great. I wasn't quite prepared for that. This is very much it's a journeyman save, it's a mercenary save. I'm going wherever I can find glory. I do feel like if I stick around with Hertha for maybe 2 more years, we probably will be able to put together a Champions League winning squad. But if if Bayern offer me the job, definitely taking it. The next save is about loyalty and developing a dynasty at one club. But for this one, I want trophies, as many of them as I can, as easily as I can, and I don't care which club it is. And Cho makes it 2. Okay. Is this default skin? Yes, it is. I've never played with any kind of custom skin, but I've seen a few good ones since I've been watching Football Manager streams. I've seen quite a few good ones, and I'm very tempted to take one on. But I think what I'll do is I'll do that for the new save. I'm sure it doesn't change anything gameplay wise, but just on the off chance, I'll save that, so I'll have a chance to explore it with a new save. Do you play with a default skin, or do you have a custom one that you play with? Because I'm definitely open to ideas. Right, well that was remarkably easy, that game. That I wanted to edit the videos, and make highlight videos from it. But it does take up a lot of time, and you feel like you want to do a proper job of it. You want to really dedicate yourself to it, and it's easy to think. It's easy to give up, I think. I can see how easy it is to give up because you think, I just don't have the time, or I want to do other things, or I have other things I have to do. I think what I've found is because I'm the sort of person who gets bored easily. This always helps to focus me in a way. Or good steal from Keeley, but can't keep hold of it. Cohane now, he's very good going forward. And Diamande, lovely, lovely goal. Lovely goal. I don't tend to play many games from new, but I do love the Assassin's Creed games, and I've had my eye on Valhalla for a while. And I think it went on offer on the PlayStation Store, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that. And played a few hours of it, played like 3 or 4 sessions. It's really good, but I've not found the time to go back to it, and I do miss that. But I'm hoping now I've caught up on the YouTube videos, I might find the odd evening where I can get off and play that. I'm brand new to all of this, and I'm still in the enjoyment phase. Never been to AC much. Play FIFA and FM really. Yeah, FIFA's one I've not played for a couple of years. It was never one that I played solo. FIFA was very much friends have come round, or I've gone round to a friend's house. It was a social thing, like doing was it seasons, like co-op seasons. Used to love doing that. It was good fun. But I never got into FIFA Ultimate Team or anything. On Lethen, please. There we go. That's the way to introduce yourself. No, ref, he was definitely onside. No two ways about it. We all know it. Goal, goal, goal. Oh, that's 5. This is the way we wanted to start our league season. Lovely stuff. That's surely putting us top of the table there. Right, okay, Van den Ham wants to go, which is good, because that means that we can possibly go and do something with our interest in Callum Doyle. If I do that. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. That's all looking good at the moment. Okay, so we're going to have to go. Knock you down a little. Just a smidge. There we go, that'll do. I was tempted to get rid of that sell-on fee, but I'm already having to scrap around. I'd like to think we've got more pulling power than Sassuolo. How hopeful are you of a return straight back to the Premier League? That's got to be the aim, surely. Along with Leicester, but my worry for Leicester is they've got... It's going to be a fire sale. Half their squad wants to leave, or will be leaving in the summer, and they've got to rebuild from pretty much nothing. Oh, the number of times I've seen Adeyemi do that. He gets past he rounds the goalkeeper and then just so gently knocks it towards goal that the defender gets back in time. And yeah, Diamande scored another one. I just had to check that. He scored yet another one. Yeah. I mean, it is. I think that's the way the championship is going. The championship rather is pretty much Premier League 2. Up. Oh, lovely goal. I love a good cross and header. optimistic for the season ahead, because I definitely think we should, at a very minimum, reach the playoffs. Absolute minimum, we should be able to reach the playoffs. But there are plenty of teams who are good at this level, good for this level, at this level, if you know what I mean. Now we have got the likes of Bradford, we've got the likes of Wrexham, Notts County. Oh, lovely goal from Bamba Dieng there. Disappointed that my centre back just stood there and let him run off with it, and as a result, he's coming off now. Oh, Cho nearly through there. And Kari. Oh, we are scoring goals for fun here, ladies and gentlemen. This is as good as it gets. Guys, we're going to football during 2021 Euros and 15 now, so I've never been through relegation till this year. Always hated football, never liked it. But something about the Euros made me fall in love with it, and Leeds got relegated. I cried. It's crazy how much football can really mean to someone. Scraps, absolutely with you there. Right, Champions League fixtures. So we have Celta Vigo, Genk, PSG, Man United, Ajax, Barca, Celtic, Hearts. Interesting that Hearts have made it in. No Rangers. It's been alright for me the last 6 weeks. I've been, pretty much fine with it. Yeah, Man United and Barcelona away is tough. I do think, actually, of those, there are 5 games we should be targeting to win. Ajax, Celtic, Hearts, Genk, Celta Vigo, we should be targeting wins, even in those 2 away games there. PSG, Man United, Barca, they're pretty much free hits, aren't they? If we get a point or 2 out of them, we've done all right. Well, I wasn't expecting Sassuolo to be able to get ahead of us. Are they in the Champions League as well? Well, interesting. We're going to have to go out for a new target, aren't we? I've seen any of the previous games of the series, and I think it was I think it might have been like the PS Plus subscription thing, so you got like 3 free games per month that you could download, and I found it through that, and I was like, oh, this isn't bad, but it wasn't one that, like I say, it didn't hook me quite as much as the likes of Skyrim. Skyrim I spent hundreds of hours on. And Mass Effect was another one. Mass Effect I just loved. So for me, it's kind of potentially combining the 2. Mass Effect was incredible because it was one of the best, well, it is the best sci-fi game I've ever played. So if Starfield is anywhere near as good as that, I think I will be hooked. But I'm gonna be cautious. Mass Effect was one you never got into. I suppose for an RPG, the character customization wasn't quite as much as you see in some games. You are still Commander Shepard. And I guess some of the gameplay is quite different, isn't it, to others, you might say. But I mean, yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Despite having a man over, we've not quite cashed in on this advantage yet. Oh, I think that was offside. I think Burkholt was offside there. I thought we just cheesed them there. We have so many hours in Skyrim. Yeah, between the PS5 and the PC, I dread to think how many hours I've spent in Skyrim. Did Gillingham have a rugby team? None of it. None of any quality or importance. I certainly don't know of one, but yeah, there's nothing that plays. No Gillingham rugby team that plays at professional level that I'm aware of. And I suspect if it did, it would be Rugby Union. There's very much a north-south divide between League and Union. Rugby League is very much a northern sport, and Union is a southern one, isn't it? Oh, come on, we're close. They're haggling over like 2 million. In terms of performances, an average rating of 7 for a centre-back is decent. But look at this man, he's beautiful. Right, do you know what? We're gonna accept that. I mean, I'm slightly concerned now actually that the Van den Ham deal hasn't gone through yet. Let's see if we can knock that down a bit, shall we? Okay, so he's willing to come. No, honestly, I'm usually the same. I am. My transfer strategy at Hertha has been very, very different to how I would do it any other time. I'm normally going for the youngsters. I'm normally spending the money on the young players, and I normally don't buy players older than sort of 24, 25. But because I've got the youngsters coming through, I'm looking for that short-term boost. Right, okay, he's gone. I'm getting 13.5 mil. That may not be enough. How much am I meant to be offering up front here? I'm going to interact with the board and see if I can... What do you mean you can't afford it? Look how much money you've got in the balance. Come on. I need 30.5 mil. Ah, this guy here, Ruben Oliveira. 6'4" is big. Big is good. Good in the air. Potential to develop. Scouts don't seem massively impressed, do they? Could be a bit of a gamble, but I've got him described as a wonder kid. I do like a wonder kid. What's the worst that can happen? What? Hold on. Excuse me. Oh, Sporting also in the Champions League, so I think that... No, they're not. Why is it doing that to me? Okay, let's just get that deal across the line. I don't understand why he's got a release clause for clubs in the Champions League, which I am, for 16.75 million. It hasn't expired, and yet they were able to negotiate that. Oh, do you know what? I think what I need to do is cancel my offer for Dembele. It's not Dembele, it's Diamande, because otherwise I won't be able to get anything out of that. Won't be able to offer him anything at all. Alright, back to his contract offer. We don't do yearly wage rises, but I'll give you the rest. You are playing... Yeah, we're not going to turn you into a ball-playing defender because I don't think you've got it in you. Yeah, I think we just accept that and get him out of the club. So, no, you can have your 3.1 just when to get that off the screen. Perfect. And Hildebrand is off. Thank God. He's been wanting to leave ever since I turned up, and I'm glad to see him out the door now. And we've got Kirk Hez in on loan. We can't afford 98 million, so don't even ask. we'll say our goodbyes. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, and for everyone who's joined me, you've helped make this a really enjoyable stream. And hope to see you back. We'll be back on Tuesday next to continue this, and hopefully get a really good start underway in the league. So thank you very much for joining, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one.